In 1974 would seem like an average Friday night at a local drive-in with attendees lining up for popcorn, moviegoers fighting for the best seats in the house, and lovebirds hoping for a little romance. Soon becomes the location of a crime scene. And you won't believe just who caught this demented child in the act, his own twin brother, Terry. With Todd still in shock after coming to the realization of what he did, he's carted off to a mental hospital. Blood Rage, aka Slasher, aka Nightmare at Shadow Woods, tells the story of twin brothers Todd and Terry, arguably mentally disturbed by their mother's sexual life play out in front of them. But so disturbed is Terry because not only does he let his intrusive thoughts win, but frames his own brother as the culprit of the crime. Todd, understandably in shock, cannot defend himself, making him the culprit, with the story picking up 10 years after the whole affair.
Dr. Berman's patient consultation notes, November 22nd, 1984. Saw Maddie Simmons, Todd's mother, for the first time today. I don't think she was quite prepared for what I told her. Facing the fact that Todd's memory of the incident cast suspicion on his twin brother Terry, the issue was also somewhat negative.
Interesting to see how even the psychologist is breaking down the mom's behavior. It's also interesting to see that Terry seems to be a trigger to the mom's behavior, almost like she doesn't want to relive that whole trauma all over again.
Their initial tension was predictable in light of Todd's breakthrough. The trauma of watching his twin commit murder had made Todd catatonic. Maddie persisted in defending Terry and espousing her notion of one big happy family, without realizing that such ideas had ceased to have any meaning for Todd. His world and my work were beginning to crumble. I considered the setback relatively minor. Todd remained focused on establishing his innocence and getting on with a normal life.
Looks like the psychologist believes Todd. Meanwhile, Terry is just out here living his best life as a co-ed. Over dinner, Mom has a big announcement.
Well, we're gonna tie the knot.
Terry seems to be displeased with his mother's marriage.
I'd say that this big bird is ready for carving.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention that this is a Thanksgiving movie. Terry is one crazy fucking guy. Spitting game right in front of his girl like that is crazy.
Why don't you come by? I'm gonna be so bored.
Well, I'd love to.
Terry, could you help me for a moment?
So like the petty ass that he is, Terry announces to everyone that Todd has escaped and is making his way over. Whatever hold he seems to have on his mom, Terry looks like he's about ready to lose it. Not only with Todd on the way, but his mother's engagement as well. Poor mother looks like she's about on the verge of a breakdown.
Feel better. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just straighten the place out.
Hey, babe. It's okay.
Dr. Berman and her assistant Jackie are packing some serious heat. So Brad the manager offers to help. After giving them bare minimum help, he goes back to his office to crack a cold one, possibly for not getting any tail, and I'm not talking about turkey. He calls Maddie, the mom, to reassure her that everything is fine and she has nothing to worry about. Amidst the chaos, Terry takes the opportunity to dispose of Brad. Meanwhile, Jackie the assistant tries to bait out Todd with drugs. Dr. Merman picked the hardest route. Jackie says fuck it and starts to spark up. Terry scares the shit out of Jackie. Jackie apologizes for earlier, reassuring it's actually Terry.
Hey, you want a hit?
Sure. Thanks.
My bad, Terry. I didn't know you got down like that. Jackie spills the beans and lets Terry know that Dr. Berman is onto him. The mother has a breakdown mentally, stressfully, anxiously eating away at the leftovers. Dr. Burnham also meets a tragic end. Maddie drunkenly continues to call Brad.
It's not cranberry sauce.
Todd just about makes it after everybody's been disposed of. Well, at least almost everyone. Terry freshens up. Todd can't seem to bring himself into going in the apartment. Terry swings by Julie's place just to hang out. Karen swings by looking for Terry, only to run into Todd. Karen continues to talk to Todd as if he was Terry. Confessing to him she wants to make love. Frightened by the reaction, she runs away, running straight into another guy's arms. Artie goes to confront Todd. Karen pulls a Karen and exaggerates her story, saying he had a really wild, crazed look in his eyes.
What are you doing?
What's going on here, you two? Absolutely nothing.
So Julie, this blonde bombshell gold digger, brings home a square. Out here checking Terry and Andrea for drinking. Karen lies again about her encounter, but this time to Terry. Artie and Greg call Terry's family nuts, which pisses him off, causing him to storm off. Andrea offers Artie and Greg some refreshments back at her place. They invite Karen too. Back with the mom, she's tweaking out. Terry plays possum, hoping she would just call the police. However, she decides to stay home in case Todd comes by. Terry goes back to patrolling the streets. Todd finds Dr. Burnham's body, painfully asking why she didn't do anything. New item in your slot.
Hi.
I've lost my cat. Have you seen it?
No. Cats have a way of finding their own way home. I think that you should go home too, because there's a bad person out here tonight. Go home and lock your door. Don't let anybody in, not anybody, no matter what they say.
Okay.
Todd seems like a wholesome guy, and in true co-ed fashion, these ladies are drinking tequila the preppy way, instead of straight out of the bottle like it's supposed to be. Karen correctly retells the encounter with Todd. Greg and Andrea run off somewhere, leaving Karen and Artie to play games. The party continues with Julie and Bill the Square, who by the way reminds me of SpongeBob's cousin Stanley S. Squarepants, which I guess fits. Bill is kinda like me, quivering in fear in the presence of a beautiful lady. Julie goes to freshen up. Ding dong, the doorbell rings.
Hi.
Julie comes out all sexy like, only to find her date hanging by a thread. Scrambling to find a jacket, Julie falls victim to Terry. Todd breaks into the apartment, wandering into Terry's room. Maddie collapses in the hallway. Todd carries his mom to bed. Mom wakes up to call Todd Terry, asking if they have found Todd. Todd and Mom share an awkward kiss. Karen and Artie find Andrea on the bed. Karen storms off. Artie asks Greg if he's going to a party. Greg sticks around to play a little tennis with Andrea. Mom is back to drinking booze, manically on the phone with the operator trying to reach Brad. Oh shit, I guess they are just gonna play tennis.
Get me my boyfriend. No, please get me my boyfriend.
Okay, this is a little bit more like it.
You stop that.
And just like that, 2 more added to the kill count. Terry spooks Artie and Karen.
Hey, and thanks for looking after my girl.
You're a real sweetheart, Simmons. You know that? A real sweetheart.
Todd spooks Artie, asking him for help in a not so friendly manner. Looks like Terry and Karen are just about to get it on.
Terry, brother's here.
But Todd runs away. Artie and Terry follow behind. Terry takes the opportunity to get rid of Artie. Karen finds Terry with a machete, seemingly somewhat unfazed, but finds out the truth real soon. Karen runs and looks for help hiding. She finds Jackie's body. Terry toys with her. Karen runs into the apartment with the little girl from earlier, denying her entry. She runs into Julie's apartment, only to be confronted with Terry again. Todd seems to be on team save Karen. Karen hits Terry in the nuts, grabbing the baby and making another run for it. Maddie is throwing away food when she finds Terry's bloody shirt in the trash. She finally goes over to Brad's office, only to find him the way Terry left him. Karen makes it to the swimming pool, locking herself in the restroom, also finding Greg and Andrea. Maddie arms herself with Brad's gun. Todd shows up to save the day, but Terry calls his bluff, so Karen takes the gun, threatening Terry, but he just throws her out of the way. Terry goes in to frame Todd again, but he fights back, taking it to the pool. Terry narrowly drowns Todd. Looking for the final blow, Terry picks up the machete when Mom shows up. Terry's killing spree has come to an end. Karen leaves to retrieve the baby. Mom goes to comfort Todd, thinking it's Terry.
It's just us, Terry.
However,
I'm Todd. I'm Todd.
they both break down, with the mom ending the movie her way. Probably not the best movie to show the family on Thanksgiving, but then again, not everybody has the best family. Plus, not a lot of people talk about blood rage when it comes to Thanksgiving horror movies, maybe because, other than the dinner scene, it's not really mentioned again. I enjoyed the movie regardless, and I hope you did too. My favorite part of this movie has to be Terry repeating the same fucking cranberry sauce line like 3 times throughout the whole entire movie.
It's not cranberry sauce.
That isn't cranberry sauce, Artie. That is not cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce, Artie. It's not cranberry sauce.
Well, that's it for me, for now at least. We still got less than a month until Christmas. In the meantime, let's talk about something else, something a little bit more different.